Hello everyone, Beatles 32 back with another deck review. This is the Angry God of Wealth deck from Eric Duan. I'm sorry, you've heard me say that name before a couple dozen times. At some point in time I've said it. He's had quite a few different decks. I think his earliest ones were the Bicycle Pirates, and there's been the Kite and Puppet decks. There was a few others. They're always kind of different and interesting. Most recently, he had the butterfly effect. This is another one, the Angry God of Wealth. It says Angry God of Wealth on the front. Lots of gold ink. And then there's some kind of a guy with a weird headpiece on his head. Like he's some kind of a god or something. Pretty interesting. It says Angry God of Wealth on the one side. If you can actually read that. It's hard to read. The other side, even harder to read, it says printed by the United States Point Card Company. Not the greatest font, especially for the United States Point Card Company. You can't really read it. At the top it says money doesn't mean everything. No, just a lot of things. On the bottom, trademark stuff, it says Angry God of Wealth. With that same guy as on the front of the box. There's the Nancer.com logo, and it says Eric Duan and Stephen Tang, Nancer.com. The back, you see the back design, which is pretty interesting, lots of gold. And there's a little crown thing here on the flap. And, ooh, yeah, a little design detail there as well. And here we get a card that says treasure inside, and there is a lock like on a safe, and it says Angry God of Wealth on the bottom with the two logos, like on the bottom of the box. And on the back, you got a bunch of crowns and a little guy of some sort, and it says Angry God of Wealth, the two logos, Eric Duan, Stephen Tang, Nancer.com. No idea what that's all about. It's kind of a waste of a card to me. Then you get this one, which has a logo. Again, there's the Nancer.com. There's a bunch of spade pips stacked on top of each other, and this kind of looks like a Batman, where they have a light that beams up the Batman logo. Well, this is beaming up the Nancer.com logo. And in the back, you get this, which is something in Chinese or Japanese. I really don't know. It looks like a smiley face, though. Man, I think I might have it upside down. I don't know. This could also be used as a reveal, because there is, I think there's 10 spades on it, so you can use it as a 10 of spades reveal. Why? I'll show you in a minute. So this is the back design, just like on the box. Except, yeah, I got the box like this. I don't know how that happened. Not quite as much gold, and it doesn't match. It would have been nice if it was in gold to match. Instead, it's in yellow. Also, the biggest borders I've ever seen on a deck of cards. Completely unnecessary, completely ridiculous. I have no idea what they were thinking. It is bad. I haven't seen any like this except maybe on, what is it, the Saddle Masters or something like that. It's got like the spray painted borders. Either that or the Black Ghost. I don't know which one it is. Pips, like that, custom. 3-dimensional to some extent. What it is a stack of pips. You can't really tell even, because it's almost a optical illusion. But what you see on here is 8 clubs stacked on top of each other. Yeah, it looks 3-dimensional and everything. It's kind of cool. Here we got 5 diamonds stacked on top of each other. Again, it's really, really hard to see though. There you go. You can see the diamonds stacked on top of each other. You don't see clubs, 8 clubs, so each value is a different amount. This one's got 3 hearts. That's that. Gold cards, lots of yellow, and it says Angry God of Wealth on there, making it a one-way design. Pretty simple outside of that, and kind of standard for the faces and everything. And they got yellow borders on the pips for these ones instead of white. The court cards really pop. Spades and diamonds, they're just black pips with yellow borders. Black and yellow, no red. And I mean, I do like the red on the black. It kind of pops, and it's pretty interesting what it looks like. But it's almost hard to see those lines, as you can see. The Joker looks like that. And it's got something on there. I don't know what it is. It looks like some kind of an animal. And it says Angry God of Wealth, Joker, Special Design. And then Joker in the corners are for a really big J. And if you turn it around, and here it says, printed by the United States Playing Card Company. Again, though, you probably can't even read that. Kind of bizarre again. Kind of a bizarre deck. The Ace of Spades is actually decent. It's got a gold color instead of yellow, so it doesn't really match anything else. And it says Angry God of Wealth on the bottom. Again, tiny, kind of hard to read. And that's got some nice details. Looks pretty cool. As you can see, the Ace of Clubs, just one club tip. But on the index, they got a whole bunch. The other Joker, same thing as the first one. And I should show you at least the Ace of Hearts. Maybe the Ace of Diamonds if I can find it in this mess. And these cards have a bicycle stock. There it is. And an Orcus Infinis. So they're pretty slick. They handle pretty good. If that's what you like. I got no complaints over their handling or the finish. Then again, I haven't really used them that much. I haven't broken them in that much. However, that's not to say that I don't have any complaints. The back design is kind of cheap. It looks like it's possibly something that was copied and pasted off Google. I've seen a lot of better stuff on Google than this, that's for sure. Just right back esque, if you will, kind of like a right back, but it's different, obviously. And the faces, they're okay. They're different. The court cards, maybe a little bit too much yellow. Back design was pretty bad. The Ace of Spades is pretty good. And again, if it looked like this, it'd be a heck of a lot better than what we got. But it's pretty bad. And then these cards, I have no idea what the hell they're all about, what they mean, what you're supposed to do with them. Kind of a waste to me. The biggest problem, that's pretty colorful. The biggest problem with Eric Duan is every time he puts a deck of cards, it's different. It's like it's like an experiment. It's new, it's unique, and then the next deck of cards, again, the same thing. There's no happy medium, I guess. It's always different. It's always like an experiment, and it's not always good. Perhaps he should look at the designs a little bit more before he decides to print them, because this is not that great. Anyways, you can find these at different magic shops and card shops if you're interested, and I'll see you next time.